will send us away. And no running back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. And now it's the speaker. We are getting up to 26. They're cooking to the defense. Great job there on the They run their fouls on the line of scrimmage. Left them no space to try and run. Really nice job slowing to the ball carrier. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Sets up play action. And it's Deebo Samuel. And it'll be out of bounds. They will get it up fast.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, can I restart my shit real quick, bro? It's lagging and shit.
Yeah. Let's do
it. Yeah, because I had my Madden on all this morning because I thought that you was gonna be up this morning. So I had set my alarm at 6. So I had Madden open all day. I was tripping.
Okay, nah, it's all good.
Alright, well, I'm reloading up, so.
All right.
Hey! DJ Monster, let's get it. We the champions. Here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bring it on victory. Straight out the front. I'm at the plug introduced to my brothers. My class superior, ain't none of us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call it the most. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it upstairs. Last minute on my knees. Call up Khalid. Right now, that was bad. CGOD, baby, now that's a gang. Baby, girls back in the game. She going insane. Point. Yeah, I'm trying point. We get the work, but we get out the glory. Now shoot my shot, most times I was scoring. Do this in my city. I bring on the truck, feel like Freddie Mercury. We are the champions. Here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bring it on victory, straight out the front. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My class superior, ain't none of us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champion, you never defended. Put in that work, I'm gonna make them remember. I just broke down all the trees, yellow timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Let's be around my life, man, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now when they know what struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bring it on victory, straight out the front. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My class superior, ain't none of us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Whole team out the devil when built like Tiana Keller and balling at 27. I feel like Iman Shepherd. Known as a disconnect when the streets start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive. The streets start to be the rep. Bragging about first class. Seated on 9/11. Experience and not united. The legion my soul forever. I murder my adolescence assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them. They help them get back together. Waiting to stranger things. I handle it like 11. My point is I go to kids. I should play for the Celtics. My God, you're a stepper, man. Curry him like I'm stepping. Whenever I'm in your town, the warriors in your presence. I manifest my endeavors. I'm blessed and I'm getting better. I walk amongst living legends. Comparable.
New goals, baby boo. Got my wrist in these grits, tryna whip something new. I am sick of this rampant. So are you. Hold on, switch. Mama, I'm gonna introduce my ego. Since the world full of villains, then let's introduce the heroes. We the good guys, no blood on our hands. Hands Tito, she a pack. Finna, guaranteed don't move back. Type of view is that on the globe? It's a visionary peeking out the window of my soul. Might just fall back, lend a helping hand and play my role. You ain't all that in the mirror oversold. Call me Reason A, aka Malcolm XL. That's a big pun, bigger punishment. I give him hell, getting done. Keep it blunt enough, you can't cough drop. Tell them hard for their health.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we'll have the final two games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Corral to throw, 1st and 10. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Corral. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are on the board here first in the season opener. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll power his way up near the 25. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Call that a very strong gain of 24. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Justin Matabike there to bring him down. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Dobbins. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Falcons. J.K. Dobbins, 42 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Coup for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He'll drop to throw, escaping the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
Ready. Check pink.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. On 2nd down, here's Corral. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins. And some room to roam now. And he's able to work his way down in. Zone to the 19-yard line.
A gain of 14. First down, Falcons.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Dobbins. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. He appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Fourth down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Like all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 3rd and 1, Corral. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Slot man moves right. On 1st down, Corral. Flushed out right. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain an 11-point spread.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think he just made the punter a little bit jealous there. There was some serious hang time on that ball. Deep downfield, and while it didn't connect, it certainly sent a message, didn't it?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw here. Looking downfield for Godwin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Younghoe Koo, the kickoff for Atlanta.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Watch out now, 50, green jack. Red, yellow. Blue striker. Six, mega. Ready?
They go play action here on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Corral looking to pass. 2nd down. Hitting Samuel on the slant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And some space here. 20. 5, touchdown, Falcons. J.K. Dobbins. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Falcons 24, Buccaneers 6. Youngway Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 51 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone, following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 96 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They hand off to their big tight end, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Falcons' 6-yard line.
Now he'll try to run with this. He pitches it out, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Buccaneers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Corral on 2nd down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Play action here, Corral. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The Falcons send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. A quick pass here to Godwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Sanders has it over the middle. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go, set.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 7-yard touchdown Brown. And the Bucs have made it a 1-score game.
They needed a touchdown there. They went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts as early as opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 174 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now a carry for Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Dobbins trying the left side. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
So third down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll look to throw again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now Corral to throw. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A give. Dobbins trying the right side. To about the 48-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones.
I'm really out for blood this time. Look. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the option, I'm up in the score. I catch a and jump in the course. Follow the core and the back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who is involved. Don't let me do it cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the doubters, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. Heard they was missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory back up on top and it's where I belong. Like it ain't to me, we making history. Fall through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form shall prosper. Be all over my roster. I got options, I keep it right on the dresser. Next to the Oscar, applying pressure. Somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my concert, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. So now they on my body. Made it to the top. Ain't no way that they can stop me now. They gon' say I joined the Illuminati. I got demons all around me. Tell me what they know about me, huh? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge.